Rascal just wants to get topside control by any means necessary. Even the Gnar, I think, is a reasonable pick here, considering you have it on R5. There's no counter available. You have really great engage. But instead, this draft is kind of turned on its head, and they're just going to play this like a hyper-scaling composition with a side lane win condition.
Barrel on engage supports as well. That could also be a good thing. Or maybe not, as let's hop into game number 1. See how they go in this lane. Of course, Jinx was an option into Caitlyn in the past, just because you can match the range, as already Beryl is just Zenith blading forward, but they're going to lose out on the trade for the moment, especially given the long walk they had to go on. He's going to be able to get to that level 2 first.
Yeah, just trying to clear this wave and get the level 2 advantage. And, you know, you can use your mana as a resource here as Jinx to clear the wave very quickly. That's one of the things she has besides her range in this matchup. She can just clear this so quickly with the AoE. This draft pivoted big time from just a, okay, Rascal's going to have counter pick. We're going to have a really nice mid game with something like a, okay, hold up.
Yep, dancing around in the cage. Does find the seismic shove as the Dark Matter also connects. Event Horizon, though, didn't find the stun, and that Baleful Strike isn't going to land. But that's a flash from Juhan. He does have level 5, not level 6 yet, but he connects the Q, and there's the flash R button gameplay. That, he says, his fate is going to pick up first blood.
Juhan finds the angle of attack here after giving up Drake.
Well, in goes Beryl, just looks for Mohan, but he has to flash out because, of course, Doctarm was too low to follow up on anything. So not a death here for Beryl, but a similar type play is, oh, Juhan's just going to make his way down bot. He finds another kill, and he's saving this game for DRX right now.
Yeah, he really is. And in mid, you still don't have control there either. So you need some sort of pick with no prio here in these bottom and mid lanes. As Beryl gets over the wall.
Yeah, Solar Flare is going to connect. Doesn't have Zenith Blade anymore, though, as Super Mega Death Rocket is going to come down this lane. Mohan was tagged. Not able to get there is Juhan. And also, it is going to stop any potential dives. We saw the Talia moving down,
yeah,
so
see,
maybe it's good.
They have so much bottom side control. It takes so long to force these.
Oh, we're going all out. Grand Challenge is going to be issued here, but that's just a solo kill. Which patch is this? Cassante looking broken.
Yeah, Cassante is just so strong right now. I think that he was way too strong before, but he's still relevant because players are just so good.
And playing pretty far up, so it does give away that perhaps there is someone lurking in the area, as Juhan not actually going to look for the jungler here as he moves down towards his bottom side. Taeyeon immediately has to cleanse. Solar Flare comes down. Super Mega Death Rocket is a fair bit of value, and they'll just get the drive-by kick all too easy. And they saw him. There just wasn't anything they could do.
You've got to be down there faster if you're Young Jay. You're the only one who could stop this from happening. And that almost was a double kick into 2 kills. It was so close, the angle. Juhan is not able to make it happen, but it was so close. Doesn't need to flash for this. So we might take a look at what happened with this riposte now. This is the first-person view of Dudu.
Yeah, I guess it must have been on cooldown from earlier, right? There must have been a time to use it, right?
Yeah. Wasn't going to be helpful in any exchange after he gets hit by the Q3, though. Has the fast score drinker, as they're just going to play around topside now. Juhan's here, though. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, this is his strong side of the map right now, as there's the Cyclone onto Juhan. Rascal fighting this one out. Does have a wall to aid him, but now there's another one. Bulldog coming up. And the Fiora is on the run. Juhan not going to be able to save this turret, I don't think. That's another flash forward here from Beryl. Just throws a Solar Flare into the middle of the lane. They're not going to be able to find too much more Flame Trumpers for the disengage. And I think, yeah, Rascal's just going to make his way home. Hides in the reeds.
Very lucky there. He gets out. As he's going to try to set up for Juhan here, but he does not have his kick available.
Ooh, that ward paid for itself, Wolf.
Yeah.
Unless they're just going to find them anyway, as, yep, Shield of Daybreak's going to come down. Juhan doesn't miss Qs, not today. They're going to be able to grab that kill. Double teleport, though, and Beryl is extraordinarily dead, everyone. He is going to die, and he's going to die pretty soon. It's going to take some time, but then he's dead. There he goes. Dudu going to collect that one, but it's kind of a 1-for-1. Much needed respite for Rascal there as well. You can see he's not as far behind. DRX looking to do some battle here as Beryl standing his ground. Q connects, but Dudu is just so huge right now. He's going to take a fair bit of damage. Beryl survives for so long as Moham going to be taken down first, but that is gigantic amounts of money now picked up for a Caitlyn. Disaster for DRX. Taeyeon hasn't actually been for a back just yet. Still has a gigantic CS lead though, and actually will have a lot of money in his pocket as Rascal Looping on over. There's the Event Horizon onto Bulldog. Super Mega Death Rocket does a bit of damage, but the Taliyah is going to be okay for now. They lock down the outer turret in mid lane.
And there's an angle here for Dudu to come through. He has his Ghost. He's not here yet, so they're going to try to pull the trigger, but they don't get the combo.
Yeah, seismic shove onto Juhan.
Here he comes.
Dudu looks for it. If they can manage to take away the jungler, that should guarantee the Drake, but Juhan does make it out. Flash still intact, actually, is kind of huge. Isn't it interesting, though? Because it's Kwangdong Freaks, the team full of young players. Yeah. And it's DRX who have so many veterans that have been on this Rift so many times.
It is really wild.
Kwangdong Freaks is running it right now, running the Rift. Right. Like, it's just amazing. Okay, Weaver's Wall is going to block Beryl. He does some strange interaction with that one and then is gifted over to the Monkey for a kill. Just to a point where I'm feeling like Kwangdong Freaks can just find these team fights, and especially they can find the jungler. I mean, Juhan giveth, Juhan taketh away.
Yep. And they have Caitlyn so she can clear these waves. There's no mid turret. They killed the mid and the inner.
Oh, seismic shove is going to get reposted. Youngjae still looking for a little bit more. It's Kwangdong Freaks. They do lose a bunch of Taeyoon's health bar. Event Horizon is decent, but Fate not going to invest any more into it.
But yeah, I'm curious to see how DRX transition to the late game because they have a great late game composition.
Oh dear. Beryl is just going to be CC'd for about 16 years until he's Gale Forced to death. Wolf, that's and weak point really against Rascal there as far as that RNG is concerned. As he's going to go all out and look to see whether he can take down Rascal. Rascal gets a bunch of healing, but Taeyoon is going to make his way down, blocks the Super Mega Death Rocket as well as Rascal just saying like, I just want to get a 1v1, man. And he's going to be denied. I think so too. Taeyoon going to be able to push this mid wave in. Zap is going to miss there from Dr. Arm as Ace in the Hole comes forward. And Youngjae looks for it. There's the Cyclone. The layered CC is just amazing. Moham helps set that one up with the final spark. Without the Jinx, yeah.
No Weaver's Wall.
Yep, the Corral is going to come forward here as Bulldog's inside the baby cage, but he is not the issue. It's Dudu just diving towards Beryl, who's not going to find the Zenith Blade to try and get out of there. Another Event Horizon will come through as there is a fair bit of AoE, but the seismic shove is just extraordinary, and Dudu is popping off. This is what a fight looks like when they don't have their Jinx with 3 items. And they just weren't able to do anything.
Nope. And even with the Vagar damage starting to be so good, even with Death Cap, it's not enough.
Taeyoon is there once again, but I don't know whether he can actually kill. Oh no, there's a bunch of abilities that can be used from pretty high range here.
He's buying a lot of time.
Yep, Riposte's going to come through. He's slowed down momentarily, and once again, Light Binding goes wide, and you're right. He is buying a lot of time. Here's the Grand Challenge, going to get issued as he dashes away, and Dudu says, no, you will not escape this. I'm the one that makes the great escapes on Fiora. I know it's kind of on the nose, but like, early game not found. It did not matter at all as Cyclone going to come through, and Rascal, yeah, he can't riposte death. And Youngjae is going to be able to lock down that kill, make that 5-0-4.
And Juhan is just hovering around the bottom side of the map right now, trying to set up some vision and trying to protect Duckdom so he can actually push this wave and farm.
To play out the macro.
Can they get out, though?
As Bulldog not going to get hit by that Zenith Blade as Beryl maybe a little bit too early as he gets seismically shoved back. Sonic Wave comes in immediately. Bulldog is going to go golden. Flame Chompers come down, but he flashes. Does make his way out. Bulldog, Dark Matter comes down, but it doesn't matter. The Jinx is already dead, and now Fate is running for the hills. Gets thrown back because Dudu does not miss a Q. And that is both carries dead on DRX. Kwangdong Freaks can take whatever they want. Yeah. By a lot of our teams, I won't name names, but there are some teams that take more Barons than others.
I'm actually against... Okay, Rascal... are Kwangdong going to lose this game? Because like now they're doing Baron the only time they can't. When Rascal is out here, and they're buying time.
Yeah, they do manage to secure the Baron.
1 win condition, kill the Nexus.
All right. Bulldog going to set up the wall, and they're going to be able to take that one down. Seismic Shove is great onto Beryl, and he's just chain CC'd and murdered. Youngjae taken down very low as well. Oh yeah, he's not going to take the ulti from this Viger because that GA is still there being frustrating. Another Light Binding connects onto Juhan, but he does get himself out of the way. Bulldog not going to find that Seismic Shove. But the Event Horizon also is going to miss, and with 3 inhibitors down, I think Kwangdong Freaks should be able to just move forward to pick up this game. And it's Macro that's done it. Juhan looks for the angle, but he's not quite going to be able to get there. Rascal, he turns up. He says, weren't we playing hide and seek? Why aren't you guys looking for me? As he now dives out of the base, Dudu is going to chase after him. If he wins this 1v1, it's going to be huge, but the Nexus turrets are falling down. The Nexus as well, but I just can't stop watching this 1v1, and Dudu picks it up yet again. Kwangdong Freaks, amazing performance in game number 1. DRX, great early game. Win. Managed to take down
Look at the damage. Dudu out-damages a Veigar, a Talia in a 40-minute game, a Caitlyn in a 40-minute game, a Jinx in a 40-minute game.
Yeah, and Zeri just loves having a Wukong on her team in general. Talia creates a lot of options as well. Like you put up a wall and Zeri can skate alongside you with it. It's actually kind of cool. As Dr. locks in the Kai'Sa. Okay, we've seen a bit of that over in the LPL, not so much here in the LCK. Kai'Sa Rakan, an oldie but a goodie. If they get ahead, are extraordinarily powerful. See whether they can as we hop onto the Rift here for game number 2.
Yeah, there's no way that we'll see Wukong Zeri. That's never been a pairing except like every game for all of round 1.
Nice little shock blast there from Dudu. As Juhan, desperately wanting to try and find an option here, but Rascal might just die. No, he doesn't. The flash! And Dudu picks up first blood. Yeah, they managed to kill him in the end, but I'd go with not worth on that one. Yeah.
This play here, he's got a ward set up, so he feels safe. And it's basically a camping Lee Sin, right? And goes for the W damage here, gets all the hits, and as soon as he sees the Renekton all in, he knows, like, okay, he's coming for me, and then he flashes and gets the kill. It was very telegraphed, right?
Wait, did Dudu ping Rascal's flash?
It looked like he pinged Rascal's flash,
but pinged Juhan's flash.
It looked like he pinged Rascal's flash, but yeah, I think he definitely meant to say Juhan's flash.
Well, Juhan is down here towards the bottom side, and he's going to land yet another Q. That is a dead Lulu.
Faker?
Chovy? Grand entrance, and there it is. Taeyeon taking so much damage. The plasma is stacking up, but keeps himself alive. Cleanse was available, but not able to be used there for anything really, as Youngjae is going to turn up towards his top side.
This is a game of patience, I feel, for Juhan in both the early games here.
Well, they're just going to go for a bit of a force here, and they land the Q, and that is Rascal slicing and dicing it up. This time, not going to give that kill back. Really nicely played the double down here on the top side.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going to try to do. Youngjae is aware of this.
Yeah, Q is going to hit max range there onto Juhan. As Rascal and Dudu are fighting, Beryl is going to wrap around, and they're ganking in the meantime. Youngjae uses the Cyclone, so he can't help Dudu out at all with that one, and Beryl's going to use the quickness to get himself out of the way, and man, you can see.
Yeah, and he's getting closer to finishing that call. Taeyeon checks.
Oh dear.
Yes, flash
still got his dash. Yeah, he's going to be fine. Doesn't get out of the way of that one as Juhan presses safeguard, and Taeyeon says, I want to kill Beryl. I don't know whether he's going to be able to, as the kick is going to be used very defensively here. Taeyeon skating after them once again. Heal going to be used as Doctorm shows up, and Bulldog, he can build a wall.
Yeah.
And he can block them in here, but it is going to be difficult because, of course, it's Kai'Sa and it's Rakan. They're pretty mobile.
Youngjae does have Flash Cyclone, so the idea here is good, but they're not actually going to fully commit to it. One item spike much weaker than the Kraken Slayer spike here for the Kai'Sa, but still.
Well, in they go. That's a great wild growth as it baits Beryl in. He still manages to get the quickness off, and Taeyeon is so low, but it doesn't matter. Oh, the Flash Burst Fire isn't going to do it. Cyclone trying to take down Taeyeon, and they do manage to lock him up, but the Polymorph's there, and it's a double kill for the Wukong. Kwangdong Freaks trading up again. Yeah, Bulldog's not going to be able to find that one as we pan towards this top side. Dominus going to be popped as Dudu just fighting with Rascal here, who does manage to get a Q back, and the flash does come out, but Dudu, is he going to survive? The answer is yes for the moment. Shock Blast, is it going to be there? As there it is, the flash slice into the Kolomik, and Rascal gets another solo.
This is really starting to become a huge problem here. Rascal is so massively to Taeyeon right afterwards. He's kind of like slams his fist because he's like, so close to actually having this amazing moment. Let's look at the block here from Rascal, how well he moves on this. And at the last possible moment, walks back away from the acceleration gate, has the flash, puts up the ward, gets the dash. So beautifully played, flashing in the dash. That solution, right? We talked about how DRX was kind of running at these carries and he will survive longer. But hold up.
There's the quickness as Taeyeon going to get brought back. Doctorm firing off these Qs, putting his quick blades that he just bought to use as Rascal's going to dive on forward. Bulldog goes golden, but I think that's just going to be the end of him. Shock Blast not going to find enough, and Doctorm gets his second.
Yeah, and Dudu here teleports in, doesn't actually impact the fight at all, just hits a Shock Blast and is now running back topside. Actually, Fate looking to intercept.
Oh dear. Puts the Jace on a leash as over goes Doctorm. That's some killer instinct right there, and they lock down the kill. Beautifully played here by DRX, setting up the trap and getting Doctorm even further ahead.
Until much later on.
Yeah. Wants to try and get some parity. At least he's in a side lane. He's trying to collect some of this farm, and that is something that Kwangdong Freaks weren't able to do last time around. Baron being looked at As here's a teleport to a potential fight. Okay, immediately he gets kicked back. That is a really dead Lulu, and now they're going to kill the Jace as well. I'm not sure what the TP was, guys, but it did not work out as Doctarm is chasing after Youngjae. Not going to be able to find that, but...
It's been awesome to have like the LeBlanc, Kai'Sa, Lee Sin, type of insane dive, which is not as popular anymore.
I know.
In the LCK. But like, you could see how oppressive it is.
Well, there's some quickness, but immediately Beryl is just destroyed. That's a kill for Taeyoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that sums it up perfectly there, Wolf. Thank you so much for that one. So for Nongshim, they needed 4, didn't they? Oh dear, we've seen this one before. Great Polymorph is going to make sure that there is nowhere for Beryl to go.
They're just playing this like it's a Phalanx comp now. Quantum Freaks are just grouped as 5. Like, oh, any flankers?
Yeah.
I'll make quick work of that, and it's been Beryl who's caught now twice.
DRX are closing in from actually every angle outside of the Rakan one because he's dead. And Juhan wants to come through for the steal. He gets into the back of the pit as he kicks Youngjae, but Youngjae stays in there, and Taeyoon gets over the wall. They do manage to steal this one as into the GA goes the Crocodile. Doctarm trying to fight Taeyoon, and he is just huge as Bulldog gets over the wall. Taeyoon, can you take matters into your... No, he's not going to be able to. He just pops like a balloon because Fate is massive. He bought a cool hat, and he showed it off in that fight as Youngjae's going to get tagged. It's a double kill for Juhan, and it felt a little bit like Quandong Freaks had a chance.
And remember last time they lost Beryl and they gave up everything. This time somebody in the comms was like, it's okay. We actually don't have to give this Drake. Like, it's just a Rakan. We actually have like a Fed Renekton here. We have a Kai'Sa on 4 items. Let's just kill him.
Yeah.
But despite Taeyoon's best efforts, Doctarm procs Kraken Slayer again. Then he had help from Fate, and Taeyoon died, and that's the end of that. We're going to a game 3.
I think we are. Nexus turret number 1 going to be taken down. Bulldog just putting rocks on the ground, but flinging rocks around is not going to break this one as Juhan gets into that back line. Dudu goes golden, and Rascal is focusing on business as they take this one down. Doctarm making the Kai'Sa look fantastic, and Juhan once again.
And now we're going to find out where this Ashe is headed. Okay.
Ooh, Viger Seraph. What? Hang on. No, surely not.
No, I think it's going to be Seraphine Ashe if they lock it in.
Yeah, so it's Seraphine Ashe, and then Viger is in the mid lane.
I mean, let's wait and see. I'm pretty sure this Ashe is going to AD carry, and it is going to be Viger mid, but...
Bulldog is the Tristana guy. It didn't go wrong until the Zeri. That's the one that I'm really worried about. Let's see how it goes as we hop onto the Rift for Game 3. No. But Doctarm and Beryl haven't had a lot of fun in lane almost all season, so it is something that they've been used to. As Dudu, not going to find the Q there onto Rascal, is just hopping around, having a good time.
Interesting Veigar rune setup here.
So back on it one more time. So far, things are actually going quite well, dropping the beat.
Imagine if these Moham follow-ups to the Ashe Ws actually hit. Like, Summoner's getting used. Like, at level 1, you're dying if you don't use those. Now level 2 is hit. It's really frustrating to play this, and it's not going to get easier.
Yeah.
And if he tried to make an impact here, even with how aggressive this is set up, and like there's no vision on the bottom part of the map at all whatsoever here.
As Doctarm going to try and slow them down. Moham in a bit of trouble, gets knocked up. He's not going to elect for the flash, but maybe he wanted to. As he still holds it, but loses most of his health bar.
And Beryl has been such a good Rakan player that even though this lane is hard to play, if he can set these up consistently, like get a flash, then do it again when there's no flash, you're actually looking for kills, right? And he's going to push the Seraphine out of the lane. And even Fate is coming down.
Yeah. Moham being in a lot of trouble as they're going to go for the dive here. Grand entrance does come through as Taeyoon trying to keep himself alive. Beryl is dead though, and they didn't even manage to kill Taeyoon. Teleport comes forward and Bulldog says, you ain't going anywhere. Although they do, because the event horizon is not quite in range, and that was a disaster.
Huge botch on the dive. You had all of the advantages.
Joining the fray, Taeyoon walking over a ward, but Rascal hunting for that Mega Gnar as Juhan gets into that backline. He's so incredibly low, and he's just going to die. That's the second kill, but Zeri picks up one. In goes Rascal, finds a big wall of fight. I don't know whether it's going to be enough, and he does just get queued back there by Dudu. As the encore comes through, and Doctarm gets over the wall, but I have a feeling he's still dead. There he goes. Taeyoon picks that one up. And Juhan, here towards this top side, is going to find Youngjae searching for a dive onto Rascal. That demolish proc, pretty fantastic as Arrow soaring towards the top side. Owl gonna spot them as the arrow connects from downtown. All right, that's a really dead Gnar. Can they grab the Wukong as well? The answer is no. They're not going to dive two people in one play with Fate in the area. But man, Taeyun, what an arrow.
Yeah.
It's pretty nutty.
Well, when he has jungle control too, because this arrow is so clean.
Oh, it does go over a ward though.
Yeah.
Oops. But
I mean,
it's hard to see everything that's happening all the time in real time, you know?
While you're also trying to clear those minions and you're set up your jungler to defensively cyclone and stuff like that. But the Sunder has been done for a while here for Youngjae with the lead that you talked about earlier. Now they got plate gold in mid. And Juhan just couldn't get in there to help out. It was just inevitable.
Oh dear. Who has been seeing a lot more play as Rascal says, no, not my turret. But he's just going to get all outed. And he's in the middle of nowhere now. Dudu dashing after Rascal. He doesn't mind that this is Mega Gnar. Just sidesteps the wallop and gets the flash out of Rascal. Maybe a bit of a Freudian slip there. As speaking of wallets, Youngjae is walking on over. And his is pretty heavy. And they're going to look for another dive. Man, Rascal has really had a tough time against.
And look at the bottom lane. Taeyun's game sense is so good, and he's got Hawkshot to verify this. And yeah, they are going to get some bounty gold here. Exactly, like he will do some damage, but he sets up the damage.
Oh dear, Heartbreaker going to be used. Good flash, gets Youngjae to relative safety. But he's not out of the woods just yet, as Beryl is going to collect as many of them as he can. And there goes the Viego. We may have spoken too soon here as Kwangdong Freaks really struggling. Dudu going all out onto Fate. See whether he does have any more Spirit Rushes, and it looks like
he's going to get him a turret,
he
though.
He doesn't even need one.
2 turrets, maybe. Mid turret going down here. Bulldog on the top side. They're going to force a teleport. I'm on the way on top side.
Well, Rascal now going down pretty low. Good charm there is going to be landed there for Fate. And the Event Horizon is going to buy him a little bit of space. Whether it buys him his life, I'm not entirely sure, as Foxfire is going to do a bit of work. Yeah, it's taken some time, but they do manage to get it in the end.
This Gnar here as well. Like, come on, Kwangdong, we're going to have to be decisive. Going to have to be decisive.
A decision needs to be made of some kind, as Fate going to move on over. Teleport, here's the commit from Rascal. As Baron's down to 50%. They don't have massive damage, and Bulldog's going to make his way in. Event Horizon splits up the fight here as there's the Encore. It's going to connect the steal! Oh, it was all just a bait! Youngjae wanted to come in and take their lunch money. There's Dudu looking for a Q. He's not going to find it. Good wallop is going to be used defensively there for Rascal, but they just leashed the Baron for Kwangdong and gave up position on the Drake.
All right, maybe it's another 50-50.
Well, Youngjae going to get a stun onto Beryl here. Can he Heartbreaker in? He actually isn't going to opt in for it because they want to fight instead. As the Encore, absolutely fantastic, but still, Juhan going to get a decent Cyclone. Doctom popping off in this fight, though, as Moham is going to go down. And now Rascal looking to escape. Dudu on the chase. Youngjae behind him. And the Zeri desperately wanting to just survive this fight.
Yeah, he's going to get out here, but I don't know if Rascal's going to be so lucky.
Yeah, tries to take a desperation Hexgate. And Doctom's like, why haven't we taken any of these turrets? They can see me now. The arrow! What the heck was that, Taeyun? That was sick! It wasn't actually that far away, but still, man, that was cool. Almost dies to the Zeri. It is just going to survive with just enough health.
That was clean, but you don't have a lot of range to push the turrets. As here comes a Rascal flank.
Yeah, there's a grand entrance as well to try and keep the Viego away. As Dudu's going to find them. Oh, no! Well, at least the Cyclone is going to be able to get Juhan some space in this particular fight, but that is a key cooldown that they do not have available.
It's buying some time here, but still not getting them any ground. Unfortunately, Rascal now without his Gnar.
Well, Arrow is going to immediately be cleansed, and then Fate is going to go golden as well. Taeyun free hitting, though, as they take down the inhibitor turret. DRX, do you have any fight left in you? It's now or never. Otherwise, you're just going to start losing all of your structures. Dudu's going to deliver a Gnar to his teammates, and they're going to say thank you very much.
One more teleport flank.
Yeah, as you can see, Freaka CEO's very happy with how this one is going right now. In that little picture-in-picture, and you could tell. I mean, and there's not very much of that inhibitor turret left.
There's just no way for this comp to functionally fight, you know, unless everyone is grouped and you deal with this Cassante.
Well, Charm is going to land. The arrow going to miss. As Youngjae just fishing.
All right, Duckdom's got flash and cleanse. Let's see a miracle. Let's see that Zeri mechanic.
Rascal's flash is just coming back up. He just hit Mega Notes. Mega, though, it's not exactly the timing that he wants to as they're being corralled. DRX, they're not grouped up. Event Horizon comes down. Juhan wants to try and be useful, but it's not going to work out. Beryl just dies without being able to offer anything, and oh my god, the encore! Just massive into the back line! Fate is eviscerated, Doctom has no hope, and that is going to be the ace for the Kwangdong Freaks, and they will win this best of 3.
And don't call my customer service. I have said very clearly he has to avoid all of the CCs caught there at the end.
No, yeah.
And that's the end of that.
That was in the fine print. That was in the fine print at the bottom of this one as Dudu teleported in. He's going to take down some Nexus turrets. He's got super minions to help him out as well as everybody else trudging to be in the picture as this Nexus is going to go down. Kwangdong Freaks, what an impressive team. This is 4 in a row now for this squad.
4 in a row, man. And
it was a rough one, but still, all the congratulations do need to go to Kwangdong Freaks here. DRX, an unfortunate season. We'll see whether they can finish strong with their final game.
ET to pick a support, but oh, this could be the Blitzcrank again.
Do it. Yes, he's gonna do it again.
In this situation, if he's gonna opt towards a melee mid to pair up, maybe something like the Stylus could be a possibility. Actually going for the Veigar instead.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely some nice range and some nice poke options there from the side of Kwangdong Freaks, whereas we're getting down and dirty here on the side of KT. But guys, game number 1 is all loaded up. Let's hop into the Rift for that game number 1. And now, already
You're a bit overextended there.
in a rough spot, you're going to get flashed on. Moham going to get grabbed in as well, and that is such an easy first blood. Handed over to Cuz in the bottom lane.
Yeah, really smart move from Cuz, and really good setup from Lehens. Flashes for the knockup, doesn't allow Moham to even flash, and then because it's a melee champion in the support role, you stack up that Sejuani passive. There was just nothing you could do.
And aiming, we actually saw there off camera, we saw the very end of it, but he actually rocketed Taeyun to stop his back, so might mess with the timing of that one as a nice little play will happen onto BDD, who's now looking to get this going onto Moham, does throw the ult in, but Moham just kind of walks away. Lehens is so threatening on this Blitzcrank as, okay, Rocket gonna come in as, yeah, looks like they do want to challenge here, but should be Youngjae getting the smite, but let's see, in he goes, but no, it is gonna go the way of Youngjae, I believe, as they're just trying to turn onto Youngjae either way. Big silence onto multiple members, as down will go the Wukong. Dudu now on the run, has the Mega Gnar. Yeah, going to be a big objective this early on. As, by the way, Lehens is in the top lane, as it feels like even Jonas Strong didn't expect that one.
This is the problem. You know, they are starting to punish in the bot lane, get some plates, but when Lehens is free to roam,
Ult is down, so
quite fortunate he was able to take it. And he, it's a Hex Flash again. The tech coming in from Lehens.
it's a great rune, and he just gets in there, tanks it all up. Keen barely has to do
기나 나 이거
anything.
막문자만 한번 볼 수 있어. 한번 볼까 기나?
I'm gonna go
예플
for
있지?
it. He has flash, right?
Yeah, pretty straightforward. I think that's a thing as well. They'll just.
Oh, the hook over the wall! Oh no! As Youngjae gonna get stunned up, does get over the wall with his warrior trickster, but the flash and ult, Cuz not gonna miss that one. Recently, strangely enough, it's been like Ocean and Hextech, at least in challengers. Let's take another look here. Pretty straightforward.
What you can do. Like, Kwangdong are losing control of this game.
Nice.
It might get worse.
Okay, this looks kind of weird for KT, I think, but they're just going to kill Moham as there's nowhere for him to go. Rocket to the faces, down goes the Blitz, and now we've got everybody in the bottom lane with a couple of TPs. It's a double kill now for the Jinxes. Even Taeyun's getting out of this one. We might just have a 4-kill side for the side of KT here as the cage goes down on the turret. And that is going to be the end. 3 kills fed over to the Jinx.
But Kwangdong have at least brought members to defend.
Yeah, I mean, they have 4 people here. They still could try to go for this, but Taeyun holding on to the cleanses. Look at how tanky Cuz is. This is ridiculous. As he finally goes down and gives the shutdown to Taeyun of all people. What do you think? Cosmic Drive next? A little burst damage in there?
Get the full combo, get all the AP.
Look at that. Flash on in. Lehens is not scared to trade flashes with the enemy AD carry. In fact, he would love to do that.
You know, he doesn't see it as losing his bow.
Okay, that is a very scary Croc on top of Dudu here as the sun comes in, and a rocket is going to Rocket aiming ahead once again. He is now 4-0.
And it is not going to be pretty.
Taeun's also like, a couple items away from his IE, right? A couple of components as they do step up to the side of KT, who are just throwing down everything into Bulldog. Grab going to miss.
A lot bin. I feel like surely at this point, Kwangdong should say, okay, it's just an Ocean Dragon. Let it go.
Oh, man. Taeun, he has cleanse, elects not to use it there as they throw something in onto Moham. The grab comes in, and that is the most deadlocks we have seen in a long time.
KT, they can just back away and keep burning those Scryers until there's not left.
They could, but a little bit, because he's going to go in by himself, and yes, he is extremely tanky. He's locked down for what feels about like 2 hours, as in the side lane, Dudu's not winning these anymore, as he might even die. So close as a flash over the wall, and Kane is going to put him in the death chamber. And I guess now Lehens doesn't have his, right? Well, we're just going to turn here onto Moham, who now he's going to have to burn his flash.
That's not your side of the map, by the way, Moham. Those aren't your towers.
But look at this. He is calculatively, that's not a word, but he's going to allow his team to get the objective bounty in mid. What a play.
With get a tier 1 as well. I'm sure when that passage of play started, Moham thought, this is how it'll go.
Oh, this is a lot of damage on Akeen, and this is what I was talking about. You get CC'd on the side of KT as well. You will be burned down. And also, play seal caps here on Keen. That's now, okay, they are going to play for this Ocean Soul. They feel like it is valuable enough to just play straight up on this one, set up on this, and look for picks. As there's the pick onto the Wukong, as he cannot even Warrior Trickster. The CC to 100 to 0. And what are you going to do is now the front line is just taking Sedge ults to the face, as they will have to give away this Ocean Soul.
And I think it's pretty simple what to do after that. Jungler dead for another 30 seconds. I think they go to the purple whim.
There are ways. As there's the hook, and that is a dead Bulldog. And just like that, especially from ahead, as, oh yeah, just flashing forward. Sure, why not, BDD? He's like, this game isn't about me, but I'm going to make it about me. As he really wants to end this game on this Baron push.
I think they hit critical mass at this point, and not really much. With both of your carries down, Kwangdong just have to give this one up.
Yeah, they're going to try to make a last stand here as the cage comes down. Moham's trying to bind something. He's got to stopwatch at least, but yeah, just going to be free food for the side of Aiming, who has now gone legendary. Dudu here on the edge of the event horizon also goes in the hands of BDD, as they are now just farming Kwangdong underneath their Nexus. As, yeah, they're really just waiting for another hook, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, maybe they wait for Taeun to come up, because it's kind of hard to get the Wukong.
Come on, guys. All right, down goes the Nexus. 17-3, the kill score, as KT will take game number 1. One thing led to another, and all of a sudden, KT ended up winning the game, just like that.
Yeah, they killed the enemy Nexus, and that was enough. You don't think you want to pick it blind, right? Potentially into Jace or something else?
Oh, man, he's going to do it.
Well, it looks like you're wrong, Valdez. This is the perfect spot for it.
You have
looks. They have
it's enough. Yeah.
That's, Jace E, I think, in melee form does magic damage.
Hey, there you go.
They've got plenty, but they do have to go for the clear in this situation, and this is a bit concerning because we talked about the bot lane when you have like Jinx plus engage support into Kate Lux.
As Kate Lux this time in the hands of Aiming and Lehens. Curious to see how they perform on that as we hop onto the Rift for game number 2. The free that you get with that early longsword. Oh man, the binding in there, but doesn't look like trap available yet for Aiming.
Hence wanted to go for that. He wanted to flash in. Don't think he's running Hex Flash on Lux.
Oh, they're trying to bait this one in, and it might actually work as we have Cuz in the bottom side. Level 3 Wukong gank as another binding comes in, and Taeun not able to trade it back. That is a double kill for Cuz in the bottom lane.
That wasn't even a hard cleanup.
야,
that was so
심파 띄워, 우찬아.
Yeah, pretty nice play there, and team doing well in this.
Oh, there's the engage. The choppers come down. Lehens does not have flash. He is looking pretty doomed here, but the damage, the Guardian, so much is keeping him alive, but they will take him down in the end.
This is such an easy setup. Dudu has the flash.
Yeah, and they're going to get keen to commit here. As just waiting for it. Stun should layer in. Keen not even going to flash. He says, well, there's nothing I can do about that.
I do think... dive from in.
And we do have flash available now, but the dominance and the damage might just be too much onto Keen as he is pretty low, and now he's gonna flash. But a couple of autos will get the job done, as meanwhile in the bottom side, they see Youngjae up top as they are just shelling into Taeyun, who is incredibly low. They're gonna play it slowly. As, we got some ultimating down in the bottom side with the solar flare. As will they eventually take down Moham is the question. As Taeyun's gonna pick up the shutdown onto the Wukong, but they will be able to trade back the kill onto aiming at least.
And now,
oh man, this Lux is so dead. I mean, you're just not gonna be able to get away from that once you get hit by the first piece of CC. Stands, there were 3 other better souls they could have had. As Moham in a rough spot, he's tanking up a lot, goes forward, as a ton of damage comes out from the rocket, and here is Dudu. He is massive, as now the Aurelian Soul will not be able to pick up the kill, but they do get the kill anyway, as now
they're trapped.
Threatening in the bottom side, nice binding, as aiming might be able to get out here, but guess what? This dragon, he can glide pretty fast. Not going to be able to pick up the kill, though, as Lehens is just going to be food.
Yeah, I don't think he defends this. Good luck, Lehens. He got Pog last game. If he defends this, he'd probably get it this game, but yeah, no chance.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty close, but I think Taeyun's got it. Just ramping up there, and that is going to be a trade of turrets, but first, turret blood to Kwangdo.
It's not quite that a Swift Wind will take it down, but a couple of autos probably will do the job.
Getting glided on. What up? Lehens has to flash away. He's even getting pulled into that, and now he doesn't have flash. This Lux is just sadness on the Rift.
It hasn't really been about the Kate. The Lux hasn't looked too hot, I think. The engaged champions kind of making it hard, and now they're looking for Dudu.
Okay, probably should be able to get him down, as the amount of CC is insane. The Gore Drinker value is also ridiculous, but still is going to be a kill over to Keen.
They let Bulldog pick a soul, and then they let him farm, which is, you can't let him farm.
That 6% tenacity not helping him out today. Down he goes. BDD gonna take out the Leona.
Safe to say.
Yeah, Tenacious D, Tenacious Dragon. Here's Bulldog. He is just running at, he's just gliding on aiming, and he will get the kill. It's 2-0 and 2 now. You're not getting away from that one without flash. As
I can't believe that worked. And the damage reduction, and we're gonna see this.
Said, I'm gonna glide.
Yep, and he just points it, and that's about it. And yeah, I mean, pretty nice ult combo as well. Yeah, just to get him low enough. But I mean, they Sol could have just finished it off as well, as guaranteed.
So you're one of them, I guess. Taeyun in a lot of trouble as, yeah, he tries to flash, but he still can't get away. And even if aiming didn't get the kill, BDD was right there. As Kwangdong, they really need to not get picked off in these weird spots. They're giving KTs chances back into the game. As now, we're gonna ult on top of Cuz, but he's just gonna flash to avoid it, as now Bulldog will have to flash away, and Kwangdong, they're losing everything, their lives, their flashes. Moham is thrown to the wolves.
Oh, he's got him!
Yeah, he's got him. Flash over the wall, that's 3 kills now. And now they can just take the objective. How did this happen?
The game looks so good.
It's not really a lot nice to say right now about that decision, as Kwangdong's still on the run. They try to get the mid-tier 2, and Dudu might have to pay for it with this flash, and that's another one that's gone, and he might even still die. He's got a big blast clone. Thankfully, that's in the game, so he can escape, and we can deny more action. Youngjae still on the run, as he's not getting out here, I don't believe, as BDD on the chase. Cuz is so fast, and actually he's going to go away. So that is 5 flashes, every single one, taken away from Kwangdong. Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, Moham trying to get some warding done, but you're getting pushed in by Baron buff right now. Dudu's in the top lane, and they were not going for a team fight. Looks like Moham just got caught somewhere in his own jungle, as now the poke is insane, and they can just die. Taeyun is dead again! And that is the end of the Jinx and the end of the Aurelian Soul. It's looking like here as the rocks are being thrown out, he will just barely survive. Youngjae's down too, so much for being super tanky. They are just in the base and looking to end it.
Give them an inch and they'll take a mile. KT, it looked like the game was getting out of their control, and they have brought it back, looking for the 2-0. But Judu's
Well.
here to try and make this final defense with the dragon at his back.
Yeah, Aurelion Sol makes this pretty difficult, but not difficult enough. I think they still have it, and oh man, the binding lands onto Dudu, and he's just gonna burn down as aiming gets the shot in. So maybe it's his own.
Oh,
Nice little burst damage onto
Yeah.
Youngjae. Talia not the champ she used to be, but still, it hurts.
those are fair, but yeah, I think Youngjae has a blue as well.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
They're just getting in there. They're just pulling the trigger as BDD stands on the choppers, doesn't
Oh.
care as the ult comes in and it hits the shields. And that's it. Hits the shields, and that is going to be the end of the ultimate. Bulldog is dead. He's got a stopwatch and a dream. As Singularity not able to get any executions. A clean ace as KT will be taking the 2-0 tonight.
No, I expected a bit more when that ult came in. I think maybe the 6% heal and shield power.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, KT, they needed this 2-0. We set it up that they wanted to not just win the series, but crush it, and they do deliver.
Yeah, not the cleanest one, but they get the clean 2-0. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, quite
Oh,
a
boy.
swing. You can see that. I mean, it just felt like the mid game was going a bit too smoothly, maybe, but when you look at the damage as well, all the carries on the side of KT really performing. And Keen,
Yeah.
he had a rough start.